And welcome, everybody, to Astrology and Alchemy, your favorite freaking podcast every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the heaviness, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm pretty tired, but and I was just gonna say, I think this is the first time ever, and this will only apply to people watching the video, that we're both donning glasses at the same time.
Yeah, we've got our glasses on. Mine are dirty. I can see a spot, but that's okay. You can also see all the things that I'm doing on my computer as I'm doing this. Yeah, it's a casual Tuesday. But here on Astrology and Alchemy, we also want to look really smart. So if you're listening to us, maybe we sound smarter too.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. You never
I'll try
know.
to
Probably
sound
not.
more. I'll try to sound more sophisticated.
Yes, let us sound intelligent. So we warned you guys last week. You join us every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we give you a 7-day psychic prediction. You have that time to journal, get your paper now, and make your predictions. Man, Roe versus Wade, some of our predictions for tornadoes, the finger of God. Water. We told you there would be water. Have you been crying? Have you been making big life changes, everybody out there in the chat room? I bet you have. I bet you have. And I bet someone around you is probably mentioning, like, someone around you is going to be having career issues, like major retirement career. I'm going to quit. I can't stand this. I've had it to my wit's end. And then there's also going to be people doing like the, twin flame, friend from my past, person coming out of the ether. Like, should I reconnect or should I unconnect from bonds? Can be sibling, could be parent, could be romantic, could be just a soulmate, platonic. But these major themes, we told you, didn't we? You're hearing children whispering. Can you hear them? It's not ghostly. Stop whispering. We're trying to be professional. Or something like that. I am a real person. My name's Paranormal Sarah, and I have children. I'm so sorry. They should
I
be in
couldn't hear him.
bed. You couldn't?
I couldn't hear him.
Oh, well, then I'm just making a mountain out of a molehill. Add it to the list. That's what we've been doing this week.
This is like the energy equivalent of just like hiking out into the woods and like meditating for like a couple days. That's kind of what's going on. You say there's like 10 planets, 9 of them are in like a yin space. So this is all like introspective energy right now.
Right. Well, and when you sent that to me, because you guys, I know for those of you who are like, Sarah, my great and magical psychic. Thank you, by the way. I am magical, but the psychic thing is more science. And I turn to people in my little black psychic witch book, people like Matt, my master astrologers, who sends me today like, hey, 9 are in yin, 1 in yang. How you doing? These reminders are so important because working in social services, maybe you work in the medical community, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you are at home, you're a stay-at-home parent, you got children just all day long. You're thinking, what the hell's wrong? You're like wondering what's going on. You may be very connected to the realm. 9 in yin and 1 in yang. Come on, guys, that's a broken teeter-totter. That ain't working. That's heavy on the inside. It's like a Reuben in New York City. You can barely eat it.
It's like everybody kind of brewing and like all the energy is like internal. So everybody's just sitting there stewing on stuff.
Right.
It's like when you're in the car and you're like, what do what's wrong? Nothing. It's going to come out later.
A lot of that.
It's going to come out.
Yeah, and it is. When is it? Let's get into it. Because I, as you guys know, I do sneak a peek, and I sneak a peek ahead because I need to know. I like to be in the know. I like to be aware. I usually do about a month ahead. I look ahead about a month. So for those of you who get to join me on that monthly meditation, we're coming up here on the end because we're at the end of April. It's Tuesday the 26th today. You guys maybe you didn't. The moon's in Pisces today. That meant a lot of indulgence, a lot of stubborn rebellion, a lot of guilt-ridden fence mending, breaking the norm, spilling your guts because you're human, right? Unless you're reptilian. I don't know. Maybe you're reptilian. But let's get into it. Wednesday, April 27th. Wow, I just realized that's my dead mom's birthday. Happy birthday, dead mom. I didn't realize that until just now when I looked at the date. But so Matt, here we go, everybody. Write it down. Get your feelers out. Mercury's going to be in Taurus. Mercury in Taurus. And that's going to be sextile Jupiter in Pisces. Ooh, ooh, no. I say oh no because I think of Jupiter, cocaine, and Pisces. Water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's so Jupiter's opportunity. It's I always say it's that car coming up and opening the door and hop on in and where are we going? So Pisces is water, but it's this take one for the team, sacrificial, introspective, artsy. So yeah, it can be kind of to your point, it can be kind of this bad space. And so Mercury is communication in this indulgent. I always say stubborn, stable, and indulgent. Indulge the senses. So yeah, this is linking and sextile. I missed the sextile part. Sextile is removing obstacles too.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just indulge. And so this is I'm feeling kind of a gluttony vibe with this on Wednesday. So this is be careful. This is another one of these energies where there could be a push to fall off the wagon, whatever that wagon could be. This could be a push to overindulge in something, depending on what you're going to do. I see Carson says he's sick of water. Yeah, there's 5 signs in water. I always struggle when there's a lot of water. There's a lot of water right now. Yeah, because so this is an overindulgence. So I would see, like in your space in the social work, I would see this is going to be a lot of, or if you're working in like healthcare, there's going to be overdoses.
Suicides.
Overdose, suicide. This is death by or accident by misadventure type stuff. This is going to be people doing like crazy overindulgent type things. People going to the ER with I shouldn't even go here, but I don't know why they just popped in my head. People going into the ER with things stuck in places that
stuck in their butt.
Million to one shot, Doc. Million to one shot. That kind of stuff.
So, guys, you want to know what came into room 3? Which, by the way, you guys, I work in heinous crime. Specialty is sex offense. I can tell you, some weird things get stuck up inside people. Some things just aren't meant to be used ever in that way. Mercury tomorrow, Wednesday, hump day, April 27th. We say that because it's Jupiter in Pisces, water. That's feelings. That's emotions. That's, I'm going to cry about it. This kind of crap. What to choose, what not to choose. Float.
This can also be indulgent in like seeking emotional refuge with people you shouldn't. So watch that too. Like watch where you go to get you like that emotional indulgence.
And where.
Yeah.
Like, and not that it would be bad or good. I don't believe in such things. But that you should be aware of it. Like, oh my God, I just ate a pint of ice cream. Why am I doing this? Like, why are you doing this? Because that fall off the wagon energy, you were overthinking, overfeeling. Oh, God. You went to find comfort in a place that on your coping list, it should be number 10. It shouldn't be number 1. You should have worked out. You should have gone walk the dog. You should have done your laundry. You should have done the other things. Not done that thing. But you're
that's my point. Be intentional. Don't just let the like energy, the currents out there just kind of drag you along. Be intentional with the decisions you make.
Because otherwise it's just you're gonna get lost. Now, here's the deal. This next week I say, hold on, roller coaster. And I say that because 3 things are happening on hump day. That's tomorrow. And the second thing that's happening is, look out, Venus in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces. What does it mean?
So just remember what we already said is going to happen on Wednesday. And then we add on to this. This is one of those bad decision Wednesdays. So we have romance in this take one for the team, self-sacrificial, introspective space, combining with Neptune, which is deception, kind of things aren't what they seem, foggy, in this kind of sacrificial space. So I see this, and conjunct is combining these energies. So I see this as misguided romance. So like romantic energies, misreading things in that space, and also kind of more selfless in its angle. So you may be making decisions in that romantic space for someone else, reading intentions into that other person that are totally wrong. So it's almost like doubling down on a mistake. You know, you're doing something that you wouldn't do anyway. You're doing something for somebody else, and those intentions for it and what you're reading into that other person are totally off anyway. So it's like doubling down on
that is so important to hear, because the places like Astrology and Astro.com and these different apps that we've often recommended, a lot of them are free and you can use them to check things daily, to check yourself. It's math, people. This and this. You have the outside realm, what's going on over here, and then your realm. These planets. You've got the 10 planets over here. It's usually 12. The 10 to 12 planets over here. And you can compare and contrast and kind of, you know, I'm waiting for a certain Monday in May that's going to be my day, you know, because of the way the vibe is. It's a pistachio cake that just is the perfect time of year. Everything's in season. So to know this is that twin flame, heart and passion. I need to do what I want to do in my life, and it's a wonderful life. You know, like this emotions being macro and micro, and like a Hunter S. Thompson romance. What a good show that would be, by the way. And I think of projection, like you mentioned, the difference between reading and scanning, listening and hearing, seeing and the unseen. If you're walking around charming people based on what you see, it's going to be deeper than that. This is water. So you have to think, what's under the water? If you're out there like, yeah, I'm just fishing for chum. And then all of a sudden something comes out of the depths. This is be aware of things and the unthings. You know what I'm saying?
I'll add too, I won't say the year. You already know this. I won't say the year, but I had a dream where April 27th was more or less given to me as my last day on Earth. So it's a significant and kind of creepy day for me, as my dog cries in the background.
Well, add the cherry on top. What do you mean? I mean this. What? I know. The moon. God help us. Whoever you pray to, whether it's some pasta man in the sky or Jesus or Jesus or Buddha or Gandhi or Shiva.
Hey,
or
it's one less water.
Water. It's moon enters Aries. Finally, throw some fire in it. What are we going to do? Throw a torch in the ocean? What's it going to do? Psst. What's it going to do? What should we expect with the moon entering Aries?
So this is emotion getting out of that selfless space and into this more, you know, Aries is the first sign. Again, this time of year, we talk about it a lot. So I say, you know, teenager, it's impulsive, it's a short-term space, so it's not thinking long-term. I always say, you know, that their time frame is, you know, a couple days or weeks. It's not thinking the long game. It's so very, very impulsive, very, very quick. So now we're moving into an emotional space where it's going to be very, very impulsive. So that's what I said when I said earlier about all this stuff stewing, and people are like, you know, what's wrong? Nothing, and it's going to come out. This is one of these things. So it's going to start coming out. That emotion into Aries now, impulsive. It's going to start. Whatever was cooking for those last couple of days, it's going to start popping out now.
Man, I think of Flesh. He'll save every one of us. Man, that whole movie actually is
that's good, and it's good because that pressure's got to go. You know, 9 things in those yin side, like that pressure's got to go somewhere.
It's got to go somewhere, and it's going to go into fire. It's going to do that. This is Flash Gordon from the 80s, maybe the 70s, where you've got Queen doing the soundtrack, the score actually, and then you've got you know, they're on another planet, and it's like the Heisman Trophy winner and like a big-breasted news journalist, and they somehow get on a like little rocket that no one is flying, and they crash on a planet. Then there's like Valkyries, and I don't know if you've seen the Flash movie, but it's quite fantastic. And the Pisces and Neptune and Venus and ooh and ah and oh, this is Wednesday in a movie given to you if you're listening.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. This is tomorrow, guys. Get a coffee. Strap yourselves in. So then what happens? Okay, take a step back, shake it off. Whoa. We survive Wednesday. We wake up to Thursday, ruled by Jupiter, Sarah's favorite day, April 28th. Only one thing is happening. Thank the Lord. But what is it? Right? It's Mercury and Taurus. Oh no! Sextile. Sextile or trine? Which one? I don't know. I have it written down as both. Uh-oh.
It
I should
would
double check.
be trine.
It'll be
They're both
trine.
Earth. They're both Earth signs, so it would be trine.
See, I'm so glad that you're my brain. Say that again. They're both Earth signs.
So yeah, if it's in the same element, it would be trine. If they're both like yin or both yang, it would be sextile. So like Earth and water is sextile, air and fire is sextile. If they're both like Earth, it's trine. If they're both air, it's trine.
Which would make sense
Easy
because they regulate each other.
Yeah. I'm going to let you keep talking. I'm going to keep trying to regulate this dog.
Regulate the dog. It's fine. And we all have animals too, so who knows what's going on. So guys, so Thursday, man, what is happening? Did I put it in there? I think I already did. Pluto. No, I didn't. Okay, so then let me tell you. Man, I have so much written down. Apparently this like really got my brain a cooking when I meditated on it at the beginning of the month. But it's Mercury and Taurus. Okay. Trine, Pluto and Capricorn. There we go.
So trine is synergy. We have the communication. We had Mercury and Taurus Wednesday as well. So it's this communication in this stable, indulgent space. Pluto's that big, profound, impersonal change. Doesn't give a crap in Capricorn, which is all kind of achievement, kind of scaling the mountains. And so so this is synergy of kind of indulgent thoughts and communication aligning with big changes in achievement. So this is kind of big things moving on, kind of walking the talk and things you want to do. But when I'm saying walking the talk and kind of things aligning, it's not achievement in like accomplishing lots of things. Again, Taurus is...
I've learned to roller skate.
Taurus is accomplishing by indulging. So
finally ate escargot. Finally spent $200 on that pair of jeans I've been wanting.
Best way I can describe Taurus is the five senses. Taurus is about, indulging the senses, whether that's, I always think of like foodies, but, it can be more than that. It can be,
sensual. Think sensuality.
Yeah, they just like nice things and they don't like a lot of, unlike, Sagittarius, or I think of like the bungee jumper, like out doing like Taurus doesn't want a whole lot of action. They just want to nice and quiet.
Right.
Chill
out with your sausage, charcuterie board, and floured petaled goat cheese and honey drizzle and beer and things and all the things.
Spa vibe. Taurus is a spa vibe.
Let's do the spa. Okay, and so this is Thursday after the crazy Wednesday. So it's like, whoa, we have a crazy fuckery. And then we're like, okay, I need to recover. Like, whoa, I need to recover. Okay. Get your pencils and papers out.
And Pluto will move in that way. Like, you'll get some kind of like, the plan will get shut down or something. And it'll be like, or, you guys we worked really hard. Take the day off. Like, there'll be some, the universe will move in a way that'll allow you to indulge.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Somebody will give you like a massage spa day for a gift or something. Like, it's just going to like, it'll conspire to allow you to indulge on Thursday.
What do you deserve? I think that's a really good thing to think about. Deserve. That's a good word.
Or it might be minor and somebody might bring in donuts in the morning. It's not all going to be profound, but it'll be something.
Yeah, it'll be something. Something that you've wanted, something that you've always wanted to do, or it's going to be something. I am a food person, so I'm always like, I'm gonna, I've been wanting snow crab legs lately. I've been like craving crab legs. I see the Red Lobster commercials and I'm like, oh, for the first time ever, I actually don't want the biscuits. I want the crab legs. So anyway, it might be one of those days. You just go out and you get that thing that you've been wanting. And I think a lot of people will. So if you're looking at some of this, I know we have some people, some big old rich old businessmen, women making moves, making stock moves, making Elon Musk moves. And if that is the case, Thursday is going to be the day that people will indulge in things that are a little bit superfluous, things that are a little extra. Chocolate companies, airline companies, the extras, the luxuries, the privileged items. And I want you to think about this because it will be a real thing. Oh my gosh, my dad just commented. Hey, Dad, when have you ever watched a show ever? Weird. Hello. That's creepy and
Very
exciting.
cool.
And you'll see my entire energy change right now. Um, sit up straight, everyone.
Well, very cool.
My dad is somewhere in the realm. That's weird.
Hello to Sarah's dad.
Yeah, Mr. Harmon, who needs a kidney, by the way. If anybody knows somebody with an O positive kidney, I want it. For my dad. I don't want to like eat it or anything. I want it for my dad to live because he's dying. Anyway, so Friday, April 29th. That's this Friday. It's the last April of this year. It's the only April, but it's the last Friday in an April of this year, and something happens that I kind of flip my hair in a little fear. I flip my dad a little because I'll be actually driving his way. I'll be hopefully seeing him that day. And this is what's going to happen. Mercury enters Gemini.
Why do you have bad vibes for that?
First of all, I think Mercury, I think talking, I think reputation. I think people going, "Hey, guess what? Hey, do you want to hear something? Hey, I have a story for you." And like um Gemini, I think not two-faced, though it is two-faced because I think of like Janus. I think of beautiful Greek statues. I think of the two faces in masonry. I think of the high priestess. I think of the pillars. I think of judgment. But I think of of being in a courtroom, having a prosecutor and a defense, and having both sides of a story, like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. Like we're gonna have to go through both of it now. I thought it was over. I was like so excited because I thought it was over. Uh, but we're gonna have to hear the whole what? Another side. Okay. You know, someone's gonna be like, that sounds great. Yeah, do the pistachio ice cream. And you're gonna be like, okay, great. I'm gonna go. And then someone's gonna, but yes, you're right. The second part. That's what I think of when I think of Mercury enters Gemini, but I don't know if that's 100% accurate. So please tell us,
Well,
Matt.
this is another release of pressure. Remember, all this stuff was cooking. All this stuff was in the ends. Now we're going to have another one. Mercury, thoughts and communication, is going to move to a Yang, Gemini air sign, communication. So it's talking. Gemini is the social butterfly. It's very extra. So this is, I said at the beginning of the show, it's all going to start to come out. So now you're going to start hearing stuff. So Friday is going to be when you're going to start getting calls, you're going to get texts, you're going to start hearing from people, and whatever was percolating, because we had a lot of stuff in like earth and water last week too. So whatever was cooking with all these folks, it's going to start coming out. So you're going to start hearing from folks. And so, yeah, Mercury and Gemini is this, to your point, the two-faced. I always go with like that crossroads or road less traveled, you know, which way do I go? Which way do I go? It's kind of that mental process of bouncing things off other people. So it's, if you ever know somebody that kind of, their whole mental process is, I'm thinking about things, but I have to like bounce the ideas off people. And like, it's that kind of like an extroverted mental process. So you're going to have a lot of just communicate. It's very extroverted communication. And so, yeah, this is going to shift from this last couple week and a half or so of things percolating inside to now all of a sudden moving to a very extroverted communication. So you're going to start hearing from a lot of people. And I like what Pepper said, be careful what you say, because as this gets released, people could say things that maybe they don't want to early on here. So be careful of choose your words wisely.
Wise words. I like to think of, because I'm always adding, if you guys follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Odyssey Radio, where you can download your favorite podcasts anywhere for free that you listen to podcasts, go now. And in that, I just want to say, man, who's your springboard? If you're getting those shadow work little updates like today, don't forget to do this. That is going to be a day. Who's your springboard and why? I always call my girlfriend Anna. She is in the cities and we have coffee every morning. We live hundreds of miles away now, but it's a part of that relationship building where she's my springboard. I want to, before I make a decision, I want to call her. I want to get her input. I want to know what she's going to think about it that I may not think for myself. You know what I mean? So it's just fun to know who your springboard is and why. Because sometimes it's a shitty springboard. And then your ideas don't bounce very far. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's no good. People in the chat room have a ton of questions all of a sudden. Mary, Katie, everybody, Field Guide, Demon, Dragon, Carson. We have everybody. We have Pepper. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget to say hi in the chat room as we are barreling through the week and we are almost halfway done. Let's do it. We're still on Friday. This is Friday and 2 more things are happening. What? 2 more things are happening.
Yeah.
First one, that Mercury shift. Be careful what you say. Second one, this is a thing. This is a thing. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn begins on Friday. Pluto shifting retrograde in Capricorn. How do we feel about this? What does that mean?
I always view like retrograde as, the easiest one is like when you think of Mercury, because it happens the most often is, with Mercury's communication, when it's retrograde, communication gets screwed up. So if Pluto is, these profound big changes, when it's retrograde, those big profound changes kind of get screwed up. So I just view this as just kind of the wrench in the works. So just, bumps in the road, just kind of hiccups, big, these big profound changes that are moving are all going to get like big like bumps and kind of things start happening. So yeah, I would expect some. It doesn't have to happen immediately when it starts, although I kind of always think when the energy shifts, that kind of like starts the theme. So I would look for some theme. It might not be the major thing, but look for some thematic thing that might start. Like I think of, I'm not saying this is the thing, but think back when the news started breaking that, hey, there's this weird virus in China. Like that was like the start of the theme, and then the bumps in the road happened later. I'm not saying that was a Pluto and retrograde thing, but it's the same kind of thing. Look for some story to maybe start on Friday that might be the theme for the bumps in the road. That'll be this Pluto and retrograde.
Okay, let's have a psychic moment. This is the moment right here. These are the psychic moments we need to have them right now. I call upon you, psychic entities. What does it look like, Sarah, when you channel things? Just being able to sit quietly and think, okay, I already know the energy is going to do this. Well, that doesn't count. That's not psychic. That's you know thing. Guess what, bitch? It's all coming from the same place. So I know these things. I know that things are moving in this way. Pluto and Capricorn. So Pluto lately, especially in the last year, every time Pluto has kind of moved, it has been. Have you noticed the pattern of what it's been? Because when Saturn moves, it's the pandemic and the mandates. When Pluto moves, it seems to be a structure of politics. When I say that, I mean like this was some signing of the independence, signing of the declaration. This is the wars. This is collapsing of things. This is peace times. This is treaty times. And it's retrograde. So that is a like, quiet down back there. Trying to beat your children while you drive. You can't see. It's retrograde. You've passed it. It's behind you now. It's lapsing. It's behind you. You can't see it. What the hell is it? We don't know. That's why you kind of say, keep your eye peeled. It may not be so obvious. I think the queen is dead. I think she's been dead for like a week. But that's kind of crazy talk, so we'll whisper it. But it could be anything. It could be a new baby. It could be a divorce. It could be the president steps down because of, he's struggling with his mental health. Who knows? It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be the vice president steps down because she has Havana syndrome and now has corona. Like, it could be anything. It's going to be a major. I say that like I do feel that, but this is your moment too. I don't want to suggest too much. Write down what you think. Write down what you feel. Matt, anything you want to add
Yeah,
to
I'm going to
that?
say two things. One, the spontaneous thing that came to me, and then two, I already predicted on our year predictions that in May there would be a new illness, not related at all to COVID, that would hit. So that could be one of the things. Gut feel is possibly a bird flu outbreak, but there'll be some illness that will come. But the thing that came to me just now talking is my prediction would be something major supply chain wise, kind of like what happened with the Suez Canal thing. So something that's going to cause like a major shortage of something, either some big plant blows up or some more than what's already going on with like the food supplies. I'm saying, some unexpected thing that's going to cause like a major shortage of something that is currently today not an issue.
Okay, put it down. And the other thing that happens that Friday night, look, we got to get through this. We got to get faster.
Yeah, we got to get moving because we only
The
have
moon enters Taurus. The moon enters Taurus on that night. So you add that into the mix, time and space. Slow it down with little buttons of security. How's that feel? You like that? You like that? It's like pulling the rug out and then going, whoa.
After all these people communicating all this stuff to you, all that steam coming out and this big stuff possibly coming on that could be a stressor. All people want is some emotional security and stability. So they're going to go home and want to eat some ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. Emotional stability and security.
And on Friday night, cuddling, that just kind of coddling and love, that's going to be really key. It's going to be really important. So keep that in mind. Okay, Saturday, two things happen. Two big things happen.
A lot of things.
Holy cow. The big thing is a new moon. Hey, yeah. It's a new moon, but it's a solar eclipse also in Taurus. Really powerful settings for energy to focus that Taurus vibe. Solar eclipse, new moon, Saturday night in Taurus. What does it mean?
So we talked a lot of Taurus. So this cycle will then all be about indulgent. What do you need to make yourself feel comfortable and feel good and feel, what do you need?
What do you need? That's going to be kind of the question. That's a good question. It's a good thing to ask. What do you need versus maybe what do you want or what do you think you need? Man, that's some heavy shadow work when you're out there dancing halfway naked under the Beltane moon. What do you need? Ask the universe, tell the universe, look up at the moon, and know that in this vibe, in the significant witchy vibe where people will be dancing, they will be too. There's all sorts of stuff going on. If you're not familiar, just check your local areas. There's going to be witches dancing amok. But Venus will also be in Pisces. What? You heard it. And it's going to be in the vibe of conjunct. Let me pull it up here and put it in here so you can see it. What?
No.
Venus and Pisces conjunct Jupiter and Pisces. Tell them what it is. Tell them what it is.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday night.
So we have romance combined with opportunity, combined with this selfless, introspective kind of take one for the team. This is, I'm just going to say it. This is like, oh, what the hell, hookup energy.
Okay. Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah. This is, I really don't like the person, but what the hell. But be careful because Pisces has a little bit of a deceptive thing in it. So the person you could be hooking up with could be thinking, oh my God, I found the one. And so
5, stage 5 clinger.
So be careful. Be careful.
Pentacles.
Combined with the new moon in Taurus, wanting stability and indulgence, with the eclipse making it really intense. So there's going to be this indulgent, wanting comfort, and
Right? You can just see it. You can just see it. You can see the damage too. You can play it out. People that are gonna call off their engagement and go be with the bad guy that's standing over people in the night. What are they doing? Dumb. Don't do it.
You know what I see, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. But this just goes with the things in the chart. You know, you see these in movies, and since they're talking about nukes and stuff, where it's like the end of the world, and then people are like, "Oh, the world's gonna blow up. What the hell?" That's the kind of vibe I get.
Ooh. Well,
it's like stressful stuff. Oh, what the heck? I'm just gonna seek comfort, and so yeah, I just see this as like hookup energy.
Well, and that's gonna be it. So, and it may not be romantic. You know, if you're someone who that doesn't necessarily speak to you in a romantic space, think about it in the decisions of attachment. What are you attached to?
Mm-hmm.
And how is that going to play out in your life? And how is that going to maybe play out in a good way or a bad way? It may not be. We don't know. Okay, Sunday. Moving on, moving through. It's going to be Sunday. It's going to be May 1st. Get with it. Something's happening. It always is. The stars are usually moving. As we've told you guys, very rarely is something not happening. It happened a few Fridays ago. But May 1st, welcome to May. Venus in Pisces, sextile that Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. What does that mean?
The very next day, we have, again, the same energy. So I'm not going to just repeat because of the time of Venus, removing obstacles to this huge impersonal big changes, but they're going to be like bumps in the road. And so whatever started happening on Friday, these bumps in the road, it's going to have kind of this in sync with this kind of, again, I'll say romantic, but you know, it's nurturing. It's the whole like love. It's that whole piece. It can also be on the money end of things as well. So yeah, I'm like, I'm not predicting the end of the world or anything, but I still feel like this whole, like something traumatic on Friday that has everybody like seeking comfort over the whole weekend. And this is like still in sync with it. So like people freaking out and wanting like comfort from other people.
I'm going to suggest, and I know that this is kind of a big jump, but when I say this to you, Matt, because we're talking like high level alchemy at this point, I want to mention the importance of LAM or the lawn or the like root chakra and the chakras. This is going to kind of come into play with frequencies and things in May, 5G, weird people hearing the grass grow, hums, stimulus issues with those who might be neurodivergent or struggling with autism or stimulus or stimming. And I see this kind of coming to a buzzing space where you're feeling things out, like that movie Blind with Sandra Bullock that I never saw. Creating changes and focusing on bonds through feeling it out. And that may not necessarily be like vibration. I think of vibrations. I think of the Egyptians moving stones. I think of the finding a unique and innovative way of doing something, Pluto in retrograde, in the way that it feels, Venus, and sensuality. And I think that that's going to come into play. What do you think for predictions there? Anything that we want to predict for Sunday as we go into the last 2 days of the week, the last, 15 minutes here, we'll shoot for the Monday and Tuesday. Things are happening. But for that ending April, starting May, any predictions for the months?
I just think there's going to be some news breaking this weekend that's going to like kind of rock people's world, like kind of shake people up, whether that's, more threats out of Europe or, this disease thing or something economic. Something's going to have people very unsettled this weekend. Yellowstone. Who knows?
Oh, don't even say that. Don't you say that. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. That makes me nervous. Don't say that. You think it'll be Yellowstone? I really believe you when you say things.
I don't know. That just popped into my head. So
okay.
I hope I'm wrong.
It probably will be. Okay.
You know how these work. It's always things that you don't like. It's close, but it's not the thing you think it is. It's always like a little off. So yeah, it's like it might be some like natural disaster type thing.
That's why I like doing this, though. That's why it's so much fun.
Like everybody will think nukes because that's in the news all the time, and it'll end up being like a volcano or something.
It'll be radioactive spill or something we didn't see or expect. Or yeah, absolutely.
Or a big earthquake.
Katie said I was
big
told.
One in California or something.
Katie said I was told to clear my chakras. Anyone know how to do that? Absolutely, we know how to do that. There's all sorts of ways. Think of it as an energy. Think of it as like your little energy particles, and you just need to move them. You need to get shit moving. So you can vibrate it, you can dance it out, you can move it out, you can yoga it out, you can sweat it out, you can sing it out. Yes, you can. It's about moving energy. If you know that you have a certain chakra, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, goes right up your spine. You can figure it out based on your symptoms, and then you can surround yourself with like those colored things and those kinds of stones. And you can put them in your bra, and you can eat more orange and drink more things, and you can start to get that energy moving by putting yourself around that energy. Or you can, wave a copper thing next to you, or you can get a singing bowl. I have a singing bowl. You can, or you can meditate. You can do all sorts of things. There's no right or wrong. You just do it until you don't want to anymore. So anyway, hula, said somebody in the chat. And speaking of getting things moving, because these are all the things for, end of April coming into May. Then we have Monday. What a weekend, right, guys? Solar eclipse, this crazy things. Yeah. Hookups, wildness, weird. I'm expecting great psychic reading requests. And Monday is going to be, first thing, Venus enters Aries. Boom! Right there. First thing, right off the ringer. Did I put that in there? There. Venus enters Aries. What do you think when you think Venus enters Aries?
So now we move this kind of romantic space into impulsive, not thinking things through, very short term. So after all this, after all this stuff we talked about over the whole weekend, now we're going to move into a very impulsive, not thinking things through kind of short term space. So I almost see this as maybe doubling down on some of the things that maybe happened over the weekend. So, yeah.
Oh. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Romantic impulsiveness.
Okay.
So I always say on these things, if you want to do anything in this space, Monday's a day. Whenever there's anything in Aries.
Like, should I buy lingerie and try that new thing?
Monday's a day. Count to 10 before doing anything. Mm-hmm. Maybe wait a day before doing anything. Just pause, because the energetic nudge in the universe is going to be to act before you think. Shoot first, aim later. So pause, breathe, think about it before you do. That will all serve you well, because there's going to be this nudge to just act without thinking.
Yeah. No logical reason will feel present. You must find it. You must have that moment to not be between water and fire, sizzling. And I see this too in like temper and rage. For me, working in forensics, I get a little nervous because I think, this is going to maybe be repeat offense. Maybe this is going to be people violating their parole. It's going to be people saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm just doing it. And that always makes me a little nervous. It makes me really want to remind people about their support systems and about their goals and about how to stay focused. If you're someone who's working on sobriety or these kinds of things, this might be a good day, Monday, start of the month, to have those extra things with you. Those, rubbing stones in your pocket, that extra, call on your phone that you can reach out to and let them know, hey, looks like Monday's going to be a doozy. Can I have you on speed dial? What are you up to this month? And I go, yeah, give me a call on Monday or whatever if you need anything, or let's get coffee. Like, this would be a good thing to just go ahead and set that up. And there's one more thing happening on Monday. I'm going to put that in there, which will be an even better reason to have somebody that you might want to talk to or bounce things off of, and that is that the moon enters Gemini. So that's going to be really good shadow work kind of with that. You're probably going to do a whole bunch of dumb stuff or be thinking about doing dumb stuff, and it would be great to take that moon, those feelings, into Gemini. Think pros and cons. Think pros and cons.
Yep.
What do you say?
So that's, you know, so your emotions are going to be, you know, that kind of crossroads. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? But then also, since it's Gemini, it's a very extroverted process and a very communicative process. So people's emotions are going to be very outward focused. They're going to want to talk to people about emotions. They're going to be very emotionally effusive. So you're going to have a lot of people talking and conversing about their emotions. So if you haven't noticed, you know, we started today, you know, everything's bottled up. And as this week progresses, all these energies are moving out. So all these things are going to be moved. Yeah. So yeah, this is just going to start. More of this stuff's going to just start coming out as the week goes on. And so yeah, on Monday, you'll probably have people talking to you about all the stuff that happened over the weekend or all the things that have been cooking inside for yeah. So whenever it's Gemini, I always say, you know, expect to hear from lots of people.
Expect to hear. Expect people reaching out, expect people want to talk with you. Hey, got a minute? I got to tell you something. I got to tell you what happened this weekend. You're never going to believe it, you know, and you may not believe it's going to be crazy. But then that brings us to Tuesday, a whole week from today, and we're going to wrap it up really nice for you in a quick package. Tuesday, May 3rd, almost Star Wars Day, not quite. And you're going to have Jupiter in Pisces sextile Pluto in Capricorn. Holy snapperonis.
Wow.
Jupiter and Pisces sextile Pluto in Capricorn, retrograde. So what does that mean?
So that's that opportunity in this kind of odd Pisces space that we've said already kind of even though it's not really indulgent, it's that kind of selfless, sacrificial, but it's in that opportunity. So it's this weird kind of introspective, I would say kind of deathbed perspective part, but sextile is removing obstacles. So to this, you know, Pluto, the big profound change. But as we said earlier, starting Friday, there's going to be some wrenches put into that. So it's this kind of selfless opportunity that's coming along that is going to get kind of screwed up by some big changes that are going on. So I will go ahead and interpret this as, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of doing a Gemini thing, kind of mentally figuring this out, a selfless plan screwed up by the universe. So this is something that is, you know, that's things that are attempted to be done with well intentions that just kind of blow up. So yeah, this is just, you know, you might mean well, but it's just, yeah, things are just going to kind of go sideways on you.
Things might go sideways. When I'm looking at the astrological report, it says, find your personal power. Beware, opportunities will expand. Are you growing? So when I think about that, I think, yeah, okay, these themes are all good, the expansion and the growing. But I think about obstacles and like your bonsai tree. And as you're growing, like, how are you pruning your life as things are expanding? Is there pressure being built up in other things and things, you know, not working where you have to? I think of the ruler archetype, power and control, that goes hand in hand with some pulleys in the archetype wheel that I kind of feel like balance, moderation, and kind of the 12 archetypes might be a place to check in, see where you're at, what characters you're playing, where you're at, what you're feeling, and go, okay, I need a little bit more of this because I'm unbalanced. Because I'm, you know, you're probably going to be feeling still quite a bit on one end over the other. And I don't know if it's going to feel good. I think mentally people are still going to be feeling like, I've got these two choices. My life's going through all these major transformations. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should do that. And I'm feeling all these things. If you don't have a good sense of self-control or a good support system, or you have fallen off the wagon and this weekend comes up, it's going to be, you're going to continue to roll down the mountainside. Really take a second to get a handle and a focus. What do you need and what do you want? Think of it for a country, think of it for your state, think of it for your city, think of it for your village, think of it for your house, think of it for yourself. Think of it for all the systems and roles. What do you need? What do you want? What song comes to your mind when you think of that theme?
Mm. Oh man, there's one on the tip of my tongue, and I can't.
You can't always get what
Yeah,
you want.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you
That's a
try
good one.
sometimes. You get what you need. So anyway, that's what we're going to leave you with, guys. Man, what a crazy week. What an adventure it's going to be.
Yep.
Please chime in with us. Let us know. Matt, where can they find us to let us know what adventures they're having?
Follow us on Astrology and Alchemy. Man, I can't talk now. On Facebook. You can also paranormalsarah.com. You can follow us, the Paranormal Channel, M. Slozer at Yahoo, Autumn Astrology on Facebook, and then also on Odyssey Radio. And am I missing any of them?
No, it's like wherever you're at. You know, if you're on Odyssey, if you're on the Paranormal Channel, if you're on YouTube, man, if you're following me, you're getting insiders on the occult, theology, sex treatment, sex offenders, serial killers, crazy stuff. And man, maybe you're following Matt. You got Sunday Night Dead. You're doing just cool, random paranormal stuff. They were doing the Estes method and like wild, like there's been some cool stuff on your shows lately, by the way, serial killer
Thank you.
stuff too. And it's just one of those, find us where you're at. There's probably a button or a bell. Find it, click it, and at the very least, join us here next Tuesday, every Tuesday, for Astrology and Alchemy. We'll be here giving you the whole lowdown. We'll see you then.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye bye.